guys, it's Stephanie. I have a little bit of yarn to show y'all. I went to Michael's to pick up a hook that I ordered, and I could not stop myself. They did have a sale. And so I've got a couple of packages that I'm going to show y'all, and then I'm going to get into the Premier box. So, let's start with, now yesterday I did the video of the green sparkle yarn. And today I did get in the red. So we are going to look at it and see how pretty it is. All right, she's pretty. She's just like the other skein, only red. We will take that. She's pretty though. I do like her. And just a reminder, she's 158 yards, and I think she was $9.99. 3 light DK weight. That's beautiful. That's really pretty. Yeah, so I'll probably order more of that. This is Crochet for Bags. Silver sparkly chainette yarn. So it's kind of in a chain. That's kind of how that's twined together. Do you see it? Looks like chain. Here we go. Very pretty. Happy with that one, just like I was the other. All right, now, Michael's. Michael's. Oh, and I got some Walmart too. All right, Michael's. So I might see if I got this at the Kingsport Michael's, okay? But I might see if the Johnson City Michael's has more of this, because this stuff really, really makes very pretty prayer cloths. It is the Loops and Threads Facets. Now, you have to be really careful with this, because if you see the halo on it, that sticks together. And sometimes it can drive you crazy. These were $3 a skein. This is a 4 medium weight, 279 yards, $3, y'all, $3. This is in the colorway Melange. Now, I did have more than 4 in my buggy. Look how pretty that is. Which I cleaned them out. I think I had maybe 6 or 7. And I ran into one of the sweetest little ladies. She just came up, started talking to me, asking me what project I was working on. I think she said she was in her 70s. And she was talking to me about her eye problems, and she's blind in one eye. And she said she used to quilt and sew, but she can't see to do that, but she can feel crocheting. And she looked at this in my cart, and she had one little skein of yarn in her hand. She wasn't there to buy a bunch, but she looked in my cart and she said, "Oh, that is beautiful." And I told her that I make prayer cloths and that these make beautiful prayer cloths. And she said, "That's really beautiful." And I got to feeling guilty. So I went back around and put some back in the bin, because I told her where they were at. So I put some back in the bin so she could get some. I don't want to be that person, and I could be that person that just cleans it out. And all she was doing was getting one little skein. She said she could do amigurumi. So I went and put some back. I'm not trying to be that person. And I put some of this back too in case she wanted it. They had it in the colorway Red Rouge. That's pretty. I just thought this would make a pretty border on something. So I grabbed 2 of them. I did not grab all that they had. Because I got convicted, man. So, and all of this that I'm going to show you was $88. Now this, now my Michaels does not have this color, which is why, and I was against all the others because of this is hand wash lay flat. But when I saw this, it reminded me of like a vintage Christmas colors. And this is, I don't know, Passage Celeste. I don't know. This is the Skyscraper from Loops and Threads. Incredibly soft, but again, the care instructions. Yeah. But when I saw this, look at this. You see how that works up, how beautiful that is? I bought enough to make a hat and a scarf. I'm thinking like a French beret type, a raspberry beret, with a scarf. How pretty will that be? So I did get 4 of these. I thought I got 5. I might have. I don't know. We'll see as I get on down. Do y'all hear it? Do y'all hear it? Yes, ma'am, I'm talking about you. Yes, ma'am. But look how pretty those colors are. Doesn't that just look vintage Christmassy to you? So I'm going to give it a go. It too has that real sticky halo. So it might be a nightmare to deal with, but that's okay. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. This might be a nightmare to deal with, but that's okay. It was $3 a skein. So, and then I think I got 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got 5 of those. I thought I got an extra one. Okay, this is the Loops and Threads bamboo, heathered bamboo, and this is the color Bark. Super soft. I did not take all of these. How pretty is that? So pretty, so pretty. So I did get 6 of those. I had a lot more in my buggy. I had every color, 6 of every color. And then I was like, Stephanie, that's too much. You've already got almost $100 in your cart. That's enough. So the other color that I got, I did get 6 of these also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 of these. This is the colorway Violet. Look how pretty that is. Is that not gorgeous? 204 yards at a medium 4 weight. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. So that is what I got at Michael's. And this is the hook that I got. I am rather enjoying the clover hooks. They feel wonderful. I am going to leave one of these out because I want to try it work up just a little bit on that just to see how it's going to do. Because if it's going to drive me crazy, I'm probably going to take it all back. So, there is that. But yeah, that's a lot of yarn, y'all. How many skeins did I end up getting? 9, 10, 11, 17, 23 skeins of yarn for $88. That's not bad. That is not bad. All right. Okay. Now, I went to Walmart last night to get something really special, and I ran across a couple of skeins of yarn that were $2. And it was 3 of the anti-peel acrylic yarn from Mainstays. And it is 240 yards. Wait, I say this is a 4. Yeah. This is a medium 4. And I did get these for $2 a piece. So, always need black. Always. It really makes the bright colors pop. So, anytime I can kind of mix it in with things, you bet your girl's going to do it. So, I've got 3 skeins of that. And then the rest of this I will show, other than I got some shears. These were like 2 something. And the rest I'm going to show after I expose what I have in another room. But let's get into this bad boy. Not too big of a box. And I think the only thing I have left come in is I did buy a couple of kits from Hirschner's again, and tags, little hangers sticking out. And then I'm waiting on my Mary Maxim Crochet of the Month item, which I kind of thought I would have by now, but it doesn't look like they've even shipped it, so it just says still preparing. Okay. All right. Now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Stick that on the side of the box. Get rid of that little sticky. Okay, so I did order more of the Karma yarn. Just to make sure. I like to have about at least 6 skeins of yarn. And I think these were on sale for maybe $6 a bag. And I do like the texture of the Karma yarn. Oh, I got more than I thought. Okay. Okay. Well, I sure did. All right, so I did get more of the 174 yards, bulky 5, more of the violet quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 of these. And then I got 6 of the orange. I think this is pureed pumpkin. And then I got 9 for some reason of the Blanc de Blanc. And it's 51% acrylic, 34% cotton, and it is hand wash, lay flat to dry, which I dry all my stuff anyway, but I don't know that I'm going to hand wash this. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try and make something and just wash it and see how it does, but I won't dry it. I typically don't dry like crocheted stuff. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. Okay, now, that's all the yarn. Oh gosh, that was wide open. Okay, all right, so they had their thread on sale. They had their embroidery thread and their regular thread. And so I did get several threads. Now, I'm not going to show you every color, but I Googled this. Each of these have almost, well, about 1,100 yards of thread. And I Googled these against Amazon, and I think Amazon had like these for $4 a piece. And I got this type for 75 cents. And I think it's even cheaper now. I'm going to go back on and check. But I really think that it's cheaper now. Some of it was in the sale that they had. But I think some of them are still fairly cheap, so we're going to check it out. But pretty shine to them. And I just got, I just randomly went through, got a couple of colors of each that they had. So this is just your standard basic head, and I did get this much. All right, now this I'm excited about because which I thought I got more than this, but maybe not. I did get glitter thread because I like shiny things, and I like shiny things in the things that I make. Now these are no longer on sale. I think, well, ish, not like they were. I got these for $1.50 a piece. I think they're $2.99 now. And these have 1,100 yards also. Look how pretty that glitter is. I got more of this one because I figured with all the colors, it would pretty much match anything. This is Purple Party. I got green. This one is called Unicorn. It's so pretty. I got Lucky Penny. It's kind of a copper color. I love this color. I got Ice Blue. So pretty. I got Gold. Black. I probably should have got more of the black, to be honest. I got Red. And last but not least, I got Silver. So pretty. So I did, I got multiples. Just a couple of each of these because they were $1.50. So there is my glitter thread. And then because I've got Christmas gifts and more yarn giveaways, this might make its way into one of my future giveaways. I showed y'all, I got 2 pigs a couple of shipments ago that I showed y'all. But here is the little panda. You push the button and it draws it back up. So I got a panda, and then I got 2 more of the pigs. And for those of you that didn't see the video that these were in, I'll show you the piglet, the little pigger pig. All right. Okay. This is the little piggy. So somebody's gonna get one of these. So yeah. All right, so let's work up this loops and threads. This one, I just want to see, and I'm gonna do single crochets because I feel like that will give me this look closer, then that looks like that's knitted, to be honest. And I ain't knitting that. I mean, I might. Ooh, I bet a Sophie scarf with that, because it feels soft. It's not anything that would itch. I bet a Sophie scarf in that would be phenomenal. We might have to give that a try. And then you can scan there for free patterns. Go ahead and put your phone up there. Scan that. I'll let it sit here for a few minutes. Not minutes, but some seconds. See what free patterns you can get. I don't think it would be wrong for me to do this because anybody could go in the store and scan that. I did not know that Michaels gave free patterns. So yeah, get your phone up there. Scan that. All right, so let's get to working with it. Okay, I hope that you guys can see this. Hopefully you can. I'm going to use my trusty tulip. All right, let's see. Where do you... There it is. Okay. All right, let's just see how easy this is. I'm trying to hunker down to make sure that you guys are in view. Let's just see. It seems like it changes colors pretty decently fast because it just looks like a couple of ropes of the red and then it goes into the green. Kind of has like a burnt orange color in it. So far though, it's not too bad to crochet with. I probably need a bigger hook. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that one out there. What is the hook size for this? Well, let's just have a look-see. What did I do with the band? Okay. The hook size is a 4mm. This is a 4.5. I'm going to say probably maybe a 4... no, it's a 4.5. So it's saying that it takes this size of hook. But I don't know. I don't know. But it's not so bad. It's easy, very smooth. Smooth like butter. Smooth like butter. So, I mean, I'm liking how it works. All right. Let's just get in here and do some single crochets and see. Yeah, I do think with this one, and I might be able to do a Sophie scarf with single crochets instead of knitting, because knitting a Sophie scarf takes me about 7 hours. And crocheting it would probably definitely more than cut that time in half. I like to pull my feeder yarn. I like to pull it tight after a few stitches. Yeah, I think I would go up in hook size, to be honest. I think it would grab better. But I feel like doing a single crochet might look like just a little bit larger of a garter stitch in knitting. And honestly, thinking about knitting, gosh, it just takes so long. And that is where I started with my fiber arts journey. I started with knitting, and it took me longer to figure out the tension and casting on process with knitting than it did crocheting. Crocheting, what I struggled with was, again, the tension, and I'm naturally a tense person, so I'm like this all the time, and you can't really be that way with crocheting. So it's taught me, because I even sleep with I sleep ready, y'all. I sleep with my hands fisted up. So she sleeps ready, but it's helped me release the tension. And, you know, that's trauma that does that, in case y'all wonder. Body keeps the score. It always does. But it's helped me release that tension because you can't be that way with the feeder yarn especially. But trying to feel like I had control with this piece of it, that was the most difficult for me. But I kept on. I did not give up. I'm not going to keep y'all long enough to get to the green. But I am going to order more of this. I can just tell you that. You see how pretty? Let me see if I can get the camera light a little bit. Is that better, y'all? I don't know if it's better or not. But yeah, now let's see. Let's just see how it frogs. And this will determine whether or not I go back to get more. It frogs decent. Oop, there it is. But you do have to be careful because those halos, they stick. So not as froggy flawless as the other. But it's worth, here's my suggestion. Okay, just go with me on this. Okay. Get the yarn. Just don't mess up. Just don't mess up. But I do think I'm going to get more of that. This is probably the most Christmassy yarn that I have. I mean, I've got the other colors, the sparkle and the stuff from Hirschner's, but there's something about this one that's just very pleasing. Let's see if I can get a little bit better lighting on that. There's just something that's pleasing. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to have to wait on this because I've still got my fall stuff. Still have that lovey to finish up. Let me show y'all. Okay, y'all know I was working on this lovey and I ran out of yarn. So what I did, this is the Premier Stash Goals. And I think it's just taupe. I think that's the color that they call it. I think it's going to do great. So what I'm going to do is I frogged this back, make a panel like this and another panel of that. Because when I draw it together, I think that'll be pretty. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna go with on this. Hopefully, I'm gonna work on this tonight. So hopefully, I would really love to have this finished before work on Monday, so I can bring this to work and she can get it to her little one. But I think that'll be okay. What do y'all think? You think I'm thinking okay on that? I was worried about whether or not this would kind of be the same size because this felt a little bit thinner. But what I did, because this I kind of pulled a little bit tighter, I did not pull this as tight and it matches perfectly. So I just fixed the difference with my tension. I think it's going to be good. So I've already got the head and the ears made. I just have to finish this. So hopefully, I'm hoping maybe I can finish this tonight, actually. Would be at least the blanket part. And then I'll finish. I don't know if I'm going to put arms on him or not. I don't know. I don't think I am. I think it's just going to be a head and the blanket. All right, so now it's about quitting time. So I want to show y'all what I got. I didn't intend on showing y'all this, but this is one of my yarn walls. Just one. I've really got a problem. Yeah, we're going to have to find a solution for that. I'm not going to show you the other side because I'm trying to preserve my dignity. What I will show you is this. This is what I bought. Now, I originally was going to get the $95 Beginner Brother sewing machine that did small objects. But I saw this one, and this one originally was $2.99. Then they marked it down to $2.49, I think, $2.50. And then they marked it down again. I Googled it, checked the reviews. This is the one that they used in this series. I can do hard things, and what I'm wanting to use this for is to put liners in my tote bags, and who knows what else. So that is what I bought to go with the Premier purchase. And there's the little bear that my son got me for my birthday. Not birthday, but for Mother's Day. But yeah, so there is that. So the rest of the things in the Walmart bag that I got was this. I thought I got a tape too. Maybe I didn't get the measuring tape. But I was watching, gosh, you couldn't have been more than 20. 20-year-old on Facebook. I got these just to keep things in place. I should have got some of the stick pins, you know what I'm talking about? For some reason, I can't think of what to call them. Not the safety ones, but the long ones. It escapes my mind. But she was like, y'all better line up your fabric and practice. So I got this pencil, and I thought I got a tape measure, but I can use the one on my phone, or on my key ring. Or I can use a pig, but to measure out lines to practice sewing with. And I thought, because I was trying to find cheap fabric that I could make a mark on, but not have to spend a whole lot on. So I'm hoping I can see the lines with this. But it actually kind of has some natural lines in the fabric dye. I might try and see if I can go by that. Let's just see something. Okay, this pencil is washable, so it's supposed to wash out, but I want to see if you can see it. You can. Okay. All right. Now, she's funny. She's like, I know y'all think you can just freehand a straight line, but you can't. So get your tape measure out. Measure it. So yeah, she was right. She was totally right. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably experiment with that a little bit tonight. And, yeah, so that is the video. And, I've got a lot to do. So I love y'all. I want y'all to just do something that you can be proud of. To have a higher self-esteem, we have to do things that are esteemable and things that we're confident in. I'm not real confident. I've only been crocheting since March. But I feel more accomplished because I can do hard things. And so can you. It's never too late to try and start a new hobby. All right, guys, I love y'all. I'm going to try and find a place to stick all this yarn. Y'all seen one of the walls. That's just one. That was the more, I don't know, appropriate for me to show wall. That gives you any idea. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Have a great weekend. I'm going to take y'all on a trip to the Amish market tomorrow. So that will be tomorrow's video. I love y'all. But Jesus loves y'all more. Bye. Okay, y'all. I am at Michael's. And I saw Creative Grandma on here yesterday. And there was yarn clearance. So we're going to come and take a look and see what they've got. All right. Already I see it. I've wanted to work with this stuff, but I don't like the way it feels. And I don't like that this is hand wash. I wonder if I could wash it on delicate and just lay it flat to dry. It feels lovely. I don't know. How much is this? This is thick stuff. That's $6. I don't really use yarn that thick. They do have a sale on these. $8. They have a little lion. All right, I see some little mini ones. What are these? These are $5. There's no way that I would pay $5 for that. I am sorry, but that's a hard no. Okay, now I do like this. This is on sale for $7. 109 yards, but I don't really have anything in particular that I have in mind to work up with that. I guess you could make like a crab. That would be a cute crab or a lobster. I might get a couple of these. I'm doing it. They do have some loom supplies that are clearanced out. That's clearanced out pretty significantly, y'all. This is a Build-A-Loom kit for $11, and it's normally $24.99. This is the same. It is normally $34.99 for 16. That's really cheap, y'all. I've got way too many looms. I don't use them very often, just a little bit. And I'm not seeing anything down this way clearanced out. I'm thinking, oh, nope, here's some right here. Here we go. $4. Now, I do love this, so we're going to stock up on this for sure. Okay, so it doesn't look like the black and gray is in on the sale, or the orange or the yellow, but they do have this lime color that is very pretty. Y'all, this feels fantastic.